Alright, so in today's video we're going to talk about Destiny Rising and how much of a good game it is, the positives and negatives, what could be better, what could be less, if there's anything less. We'll just, in general, we're going to talk about how this game really runs. So we're going to talk about the negatives. So the main negatives is the player base is a bit small. Usually this tower, it's basically the tower, it's called the Haven, it's the plaza. It is usually packed, but at certain times of the day, certain times of night, it's barely anyone here. But then also as a whole, there's just not that many people playing because obviously it was restricted because it's an alpha, which does suck, but it is an alpha, so for those idealisms, we decided, to put it aside. It's not that big of a deal. Once it's actually officially out or we have another beta or another alpha testing that's more people, maybe it'll be better. I don't know. We'll see. The other thing is, it is an alpha, which sucks because they did announce for the alpha, everything we earn in here is not going to stay in the future, which I agree with and I disagree with. So, what I think we should be allowed to keep is the things that we had to earn. So, I get, the characters are going to reset, we're going to lose all this, which I'm not actually bothered by that. It's an alpha, I understand that. But all the material we've put in to get these, because a lot of these you have to unlock, not through money, you can unlock them through money if you want to, but the other thing is this material right here. I feel like, since for those that have played the alpha, played the time and effort into it, and put a lot into it, we should be allowed to get all of the material we have from our silver that we've earned through it. Yes, the silver was free because it was how they have it set up. But everything we've earned through playing alpha, we should be allowed to keep. The characters, I understand if they want to reset. I think we should be allowed to keep our characters. They should just reset back to 0 and we have to farm the material again. Which sucks, but it's actually not that big of a deal because this game is really well designed around going to specific activities, farming for the material you need, doing what you need for it, and getting a whole bunch. But as you see here, we have a ton of material here we're going to spend next week on a video. For a little heads up, there'll be another video on the gambling side of this. But I want it known, all of this is free to play. All of it. Every single bit of material I have here is all from just playing the game and free. Now, mind you, the silver stuff, how to get silver for free and stuff, I doubt that's going to be a thing that still exists when the official game launches. It is just a temporary thing. But all this other material and how to earn it constantly, to spend in for these characters, to unlock this stuff, these characters and all this, is free and is able to be earned throughout the game. And from what I can tell by the setup of the game, it's going to stay that way. And if you want to know how to do it, basically you go over to Archives, Triumphs. Every single one of these Triumphs, you will earn some. As you see, it's 5 per thing. Completion of the whole thing is 5, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it actually is quite a bit. Leveling it up, all of them up, unlocking everything gives you a ton. Total, and then you have these ones right here that give you 50. It's the base points, so you start out, after so many completions, it adds up, and eventually you get a ton. As you see here, I'm all the way up to 1,800, almost to 2,000, so 50 more there. So it's really pretty simple. It's just playing the activities, doing what you want, earning triumphs and stuff. The other method is the archives, weapons and stuff. If you go to Foundry, every time you unlock a new weapon, and you unlock so many, it will give you more material. As you see, we'll see like right here, right? So it was unlock 1, 2, and 3, gave you some originally, as you see here. It gave us 10, 15, 20. For like this one, it's 8, 9, as you see here. We started with unlock 3, 6, and then 9, and it was the same thing, 10, 15, and then 20 once you unlock all 9 of them. And then when you do, you get a medal reward for unlocking all these sections, which is 40. So all of them are like that. It's really cool because you get any perk that has this effect on it will be activated. It'll become an extra effect on all of your guns that have this perk available once you do unlock all these weapons, and it applies to all of these. This one has one as well, as you see here. Extra effect impact plus 3%. So as you see, I'm trying to work on getting them all unlocked, but as you see here, we have another one. So it gives you a decent bit. It adds up over time, and when you get all these weapons and stuff constantly. The exotic ones give you a ton. They give you 40 per each completion, or each weapon you get, and there's currently 21 total, which I only have got 9 of, sadly. My RNG's been a bit shit, but that's okay. So these, as a whole, gives you a ton in the long run. It's slower, but it's eventually. The other thing is the main campaign quest, which isn't on my screen anymore. It would be normally right here, would be where it is, but now it's Golden Path for me. But this is where it usually would be. And you get a ton of it from doing these quests all the time and finishing the main storyline. You get a fuck ton from that, and I mean a fuck ton. The other thing is these quests right here. As you see, it says all bounties completed at this top part, but these give you 10 per bounty. There's 3 total, as well as all this other material, including Battle Pass rank. This right here, these daily quests, as you see here, it gives you a lot as well. There's 3 of them total. You do every day. It gives you a ton of them. Unfortunately, there's only one placed currently, but you do get a lot from it too, which is nice as a whole. The other thing is we have Golden Path here now, which I've unlocked, but as you see, every time I rank it up, so it's basically like a battle pass sort of, but it's unique. It allows you to access more stuff and unlock more things for your characters, get more advanced. It gives you 60 every time you hit a rank. Currently I'm ranked 26, it takes 130 points, but the lower ones, all the way up to like 15, is super quick and takes barely any effort. Just leveling up your characters will give you a whole bunch, which is nice. You get there relatively quick just playing the game, so it's really nice about that. There's a whole bunch of modes and stuff. There's wolf packs, which we'll head to the wolf den, show it off. This is, I did join a random one, sadly I wasn't able to get enough people for my own, but as you see, it's its own little space. Currently it's not much design, not a lot of people put a lot of effort into this, because I guess there's not a lot they can at the moment. I'm not really sure how these work fully. But you do get this free material, which is awesome. It is every so many minutes. I think it's like 30, 40 minutes or something. You get so much. You claim it. I'm up to 1,020 right now. Now a little more. 1,070. It allows you to buy stuff. It allows you to take care of things. So yeah, it's pretty nice as a whole. There's a lot to do. The map, we only have currently Metro and Haven unlocked. It does have an unknown thing here, which I don't know if that's accessible right now. I haven't been able to get it to unlock, so I don't think it's accessible at the moment, but that's fine. So if you go to Metro, you will have these exploration points, as you see here, and every section here, so this section, and this section, will have a whole bunch of stuff, as you see here, you can unlock. These drones and stuff, you do all of these, you earn material and stuff, you earn stuff, as you see here, we get stuff from here, we get stuff from here, we get stuff from here. Then you also have the rank, which I'm currently ranked 23, which you get from completing stuff here as well, and then this also gives you more of the Lumina leaves. And also gives you treasure maps, which help you get more leaves and other stuff and material as a whole. So it's worth leveling up because you get a ton of it. It's super awesome like that. So it's basically set around, the whole game is set around the ideal for you to get Lumina leaves. And I mean everything. Everything is set up this way. And that's a good thing. We're talking about the good stuff now. We already talked, there was only a couple bad things as a whole. It's like I said, now we're all talking about the good stuff. There's a whole bunch of ways to earn the material. There's a whole bunch of stuff to do. We'll show you, there's a whole bunch of modes and stuff. So these are the main ones: Expanse, Calamity Ops, Singularity Order, Daily Quest. Calamity Ops is pretty nice, but Expanses as well. Gives you a whole bunch extra, as you see as well. Just completing these, 1 through 10, you'll get these. Then you can do 11 to 20, 20 to 21, but they are higher levels, so you have to unlock them. But Grandmaster, when you unlock this, you get a whole bunch of stuff. It's nice, it's easy, it's fun, it's enjoyable. Calamity Ops is just basically Strikes, but harder version. Personally, I think they can definitely do a little bit more of these. The loot that comes from them is decent. There's a rank thing. You can level up your rank to get even more rewards every week or some. It's really cool. It's well designed. They could make, like I said, they do need to make them a little bit more spicy. I don't think they're bad by any means. I just think they need to be a little bit more spicy so that they're not really considered a negative. They just need to spice it up a bit more, and I think they'd be perfect. The material as a whole, so if you need any of the material you need, you can come here. If you look at Strikes, you get a whole bunch of random material here, as you see, but this is all useful. This stuff allows you to acquire a random exotic weapon when you get 50 of them. This is a random exotic weapon chance that can drop, and it's pretty, even though it says 5%, it's 50% for a member rate, so it increases if you're a member, which you do get member for free for playing the alpha, but hopefully they keep that in for later, at least for the alpha players, to get it for free for the first month for some extra, just because we did play the alpha. I feel like we deserve it. We'll see how that goes, but you get free exotic stuff like that. You get a whole bunch of this material, which you need to infuse your weapons and stuff. You get a chance at mythic weapons, which is pretty high chance too, so they drop pretty commonly. mythic weapon material to infuse and upgrade your mythic weapons. And then we get a random weapon enhancement prisms. You get 0 to 30. It is around 20. You get around on average 20 plus, and then if you're a member, you get an extra like anywhere between 6 and 12. So you get quite a bit. You basically get 30 plus every time, which is amazing. So as a whole, really good design for that stuff. Then you've got the Calamity Ops, which gives you, which we already talked about, which gives you the excess stuff, and it's just a bit harder versions of strikes, but relatively simple. We got Realm. The Singularity Order gives you a whole bunch of material and stuff as well. Completing this, the first 7. You get extra rewards if you do it in under so many minutes and stuff, which on one of them I didn't complete, sadly, because stuff happened, but still have to go back and do that. But you get a whole bunch of material for free. Singularity Chaos gives you a whole bunch of material as well, as you see. Pretty easy, simple material to get. The Expanse we already went over. Morgan's Prey. So Morgan's Prey is a great thing because it gives you this material right here. It gives you a 30% chance at these, and then a 6 to 7% chance at these for the higher one. The normal one gives you only 1 and then 28 of these, which is nice, and it's good for low level, but once you get higher level, you should 100% farm this one. Gives you a ton of material constantly. It is absolutely amazing. It does require this Pinnacle Energy, which is another negative in a sense. It is not horrible, but it is a bit iffy. So what Pinnacle Energy is, it's not like what Destiny 2 is when you think about Pinnacle. It is just basically extra rewards. So you get a baseline of rewards, and if you use Pinnacle rewards, you get this. This is what you get. For specifically Morgan's Prey. I like this activity. It's pretty fun. It's like a smaller version of Onslaught in a sense. You get so many points, and then you get a boss and stuff. It's kind of cool. The Pinnacle system, I don't mind how they have it. I do like that it's limited. It's a daily reset, so every day you get 120 at reset, which is nice. It's a good amount. It's usable. It's enough. It's 20 per any activity that requires it. It takes 20 per thing, so you get a total of what is that? Six things per day, which is nice. But personally, I do think they should up the ante a bit there. So if they want people to keep farming this game, they're going to have to up it quite a bit. So what I mean by that is another negative is the base materials. When it's a base material thing, some things require Pinnacle, and if you don't have any Pinnacle energy, it'll tell you you're not going to get anything from it. And others will tell you will get base materials, which base materials is usually nothing practically. And I will admit that's the biggest downside of this game by far, is if you don't have Pinnacle energy, or Pinnacle energy, you're not going to be able to get much rewards. For most of the activities. There are several activities you still can. Don't get me wrong. There's still stuff to farm. But as a whole, if you want the most efficient way of leveling up your characters and stuff, you're going to want Pinnacle Energy. Personally, I think they should up it to 360 per day. And I know that sounds like a lot, but when you actually come and farm this thing every day, like I have been doing, you realize that's actually not that much. If you don't do anything for 3 days, 3 days worth is to get max. You go and spend it all really quickly, and it barely levels anything up. Especially on the higher end stuff. I think if you're lower end, then 120 is fine. But once you hit the higher end stuff, they should double to triple it every day, because you really need that to be able to level stuff. Because the material cost gets very high. Which I do understand they don't want it to be too easy, and I do respect that. So if they at least upgrade it to double a day, and then increase the material by around 16 to 20% of material, then it would balance out and make it where you would still farm every day, and you'd be limited, but it would still give you enough to actually get a couple levels in, unless you have a whole bunch of material saved up. Because currently I have a whole bunch of material saved up and stuff, so didn't have an issue with that. But for those that don't, or they constantly level stuff, constantly get characters and level right away, you end up not having a lot of material, so it kind of causes issues. Plus, this is alpha, and they are trying to make it a better experience, so I don't think the amount of material that we have access to on this side section is going to be as fluent. I think it'll be a lot less. I don't think it'll be a ton less, but I do think it'll be a decent bit less. Probably around 50% less. So that way it will still require you to play a bit more. But if they do that, then they're really going to have to increase the Pinnacle. Now, I get it's alpha and they want opinions and stuff, and that's the point of this. But other than that, the Pinnacle system, everything is really nice. It really is. The activities are fun. They're unique. This thing, there's 3 modes of this, Arc, Solar, and Void. Gives you a whole bunch of this material, which is what you need to upgrade and unlock every single character's abilities and stuff. This is how you level them up, make them powerfuler, better, stronger. It's really cool. We got Gauntlet Ops, which is basically the raids. Blitz is the lower tier raid. There's normal, and then there's heroic, which is not honestly hard by any means. These are relatively simple, straightforward. Heroic gives you a lot of material. These engrams drop like crazy, which will give you a random mythic. Um, Eventually, they give you ones. They'll start dropping where you have to actually unlock them, which it's relatively easy, as you see here. You can get any of these to drop from doing this, any of these mythics, so it's pretty easy. You get these again, which, 50 of them creates the random exotic. You have a 4% chance to get an exotic as well. These are the exotics you can get to drop. Relatively common. They're not too rare. So it is relatively simple to do. Then we have Gauntlet Onslaught, which is the harder version. As you see here, they have special exotics that come directly from them. So this is the hand cannon one, which I do enjoy. This hand cannon is a shotgun hand cannon. It is really cool and unique. I love it. It also gives one of these two weapons, either the hand cannon or the auto rifle, for the mythics it can give, as well as one of these exotics have a chance to drop. These are pretty rare in this mode. It's very rare to see one of these drop. I did get two tail drop the other day, but the normal mode you get these to drop pretty commonly. They seem to drop, but in here they're a bit rare, at least for my RNG. This one has a shotgun that's full auto. It's really cool. It's like a minigun meets shotgun. I have not gotten this one, sadly, and I have farmed the living crap out of this one. This is the only one I haven't gotten, and I want really badly, so hopefully I get it soon. And then this one is an actual final boss one, which you see that spider tank, that's what you actually fight. Basically, the first one gets you into the area, this one gets you into the next area, and it's literally a raid. It's literally a 30 encounter raid, so basically a dungeon in a sense, but they separate into individual pieces, so it's easier to farm for specific stuff, which is awesome. And this one is the sword and the shotgun, which the shotgun is really fun to use. I like the way it shoots and stuff. I've not gotten the sword to drop, sadly, which I do want. But this also gives you a machine gun exotic that is pretty cool. Its catalyst is a bit meh, but the rest of it is actually pretty cool. It's pretty fun to use. As a whole, these are relatively simple, but they do require you to work as someone as a team, which is a bit hard to do in this mode because it's alpha and stuff. But as a whole, it does work pretty well. So, and then we have the legendary campaign, which you can do different missions. Once you do one, it locks the next and the next and the next, and you can do even harder ones. But I'm not that high level yet, so. Yeah, it'd take a while, but and it gives you a whole bunch of material and stuff. And this is something that requires you to have Pinnacle. If you don't have Pinnacle, you're not going to get anything from this, unfortunately. But it does drop a whole bunch of material for what you need, so that's great. As a whole, all of these activities are really fun and enjoyable. They're definitely repeatable. The material focus is very obvious, very easy to focus, very easy to get what you want exactly for the material-wise, and then you have the extra loot on top of it. That's a little RNG, but if you're lucky, you can get good stuff. The other thing you can do with these activities is use Iron Commander, which allows you to actually send combatants, your own people, to these. I can't currently do it because I have 2 out, so it won't let me send them out, sadly. As you see, your fire team is full. But you can pick different modes, different rewards, as you see here. Different rewards for each thing. You can do gauntlets ops as well, and you can get different stuff to drop from these. It's actually really cool. As you see, you can get lucky and get any of these weapons to drop, which is very, very unlikely, probably. I have not gotten to drop yet. It's like 1%, literally. So, I doubt you'll get lucky unless you're really lucky. But you do get a whole bunch of material. You get more of these, which is nice. You get only one, but you do get free ones. It's basically just an easy way. You send it out. It takes 21 hours, give or take, or 24 plus hours. Or no, yeah, it is. Duration is 21 hours, 30 minutes total. And then it will come back the next day. You come on, and you'll have a whole bunch of material and stuff, and you can claim it. As you see here, I have one in the Gauntlet Ops right now, and I also have one in the Singularity. So I do put it on easy mode just because I wanted to see what it gives me. I haven't tested this side of it out yet, but I have with the strikes. Gives you quite a bit of loot and material for free, so I definitely recommend it. I don't know if the Iron Commander goes up more, if you can upgrade it more throughout time or your level base. I'm not sure. Currently it only allows me to do 2, so I just started working with that, but it is fun. I've done it for the last few days. Got a ton of material. Shifting Gates is the thing I made a video on the other day. This thing is absolutely fun. I love this thing. This is the best version of Gambit in my eyes. There's a slight alteration I talked about in the other video that would make it perfect in my eyes, but it is basically perfect now. It's really fun, engaging. There's so much to do, so much loot. It gives you free loot, and then you can eventually use Pinnacle, which is a great place to go get loots, because you get this material, which with this material you can use in a shop and get free more material. It's really cool. As you see, the detonation, sadly, we only have Metro, which is the other thing I showed off already. So yeah, as a whole, activities are great. We love them. They're fun, they're interactive, they're very perfect at farming what you need to do. They're very obvious what you're farming it for, very obvious why you're doing it. The other things we have on the side is something called Shadow Shaper Duels. Basically, it's like a card game like Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Pokemon. A little bit not as crazy, I guess, but there's definitely some stock to it. You can create your own deck and stuff. There's a default. You can unlock stuff, make better ones. Pretty simple. You get a free mythic for it, basically, for doing it. When you win, you get a chance at it. You get a whole bunch of this material, which you can use at Wu Ming to buy cards and stuff, but you can't do it until rank 2. Currently, this is the only activity I don't like that much, not because of the way it plays out, but the way you earn XP. You have to win to earn XP, and it only gives you 10 XP per win. And it's like 150 XP to level up to level 1, because you don't start at level 1. So yeah, currently don't really like that. But other than that, really fun game. I like it. It brings me back to the days when I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh! As a kid and Pokemon, so I actually enjoy it. It's kind of fun. Sparrow Racing, which a lot of people have made the meme about. There's Sparrow Racing in this before it was in Destiny 2, which is so funny and so true. It is fun. It's 2 laps around a map. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. You get some cool loot. You get a cool gun for it. Well, of course, a cool sword, a mythic sword. It gives you other rewards too, so it's pretty fun. It's not really as challenging at the moment because there's not really speeds on the sparrows. So if you have the lead, you're most likely going to keep the lead unless you hit something or mess up a turn or something. So it's more of just a relaxed play thing. But they did, someone talked about it somewhere, this was early, so it's just a base version. It's not fully done yet. There's supposed to be more to it eventually, I think, is what someone was saying. So I don't know how accurate that statement is. There's been a lot of different info going around, so I'm not fully sure what's what anymore. But it's pretty cool. So you got the pack ops, which is the stuff you earn for your clan and stuff, which is the wolf packs. As you see, you can earn stuff completing challenges and stuff. You can earn materials, which all these materials are useful. So yeah, which we'll get into soon. You get iron bar, which, as you see here, you earn 10 coins. I believe it's a win and a loss you earn 10, or it's a win you get 10 and then a loss gives you 5 or something. You have a chance at earning exotics from it. It's really low chance. I have had no luck getting one to drop from this, sadly. I've done a few. I haven't done a ton. I've been mostly doing the other stuff, farming for the other material and stuff, because it's been enjoyable, but have done a little bit of this. It is fun. It's PvP. It's different than what you would expect for a Destiny franchise PvP, but it is fun and enjoyable, so I do recommend you should definitely do it if you haven't already. You can exchange the coins, as you see here, which there is more of it, which we'll talk about more about that in a second for that. But as a whole, pretty fun. And then you have the limited time draw previews up top here, which is fun. It shows you which ones you can farm for, which, as you see, that's all the material and stuff so that I have. So then we have the gifts, which is a daily reward system, which unfortunately, because I forgot to sign in one day at the right time, my days are a bit off, so sadly I'm kind of messed that up. Which is a bit weird they have it set that way, but I do get it. It is a daily login, so it does make sense. But as you see, this is how you earn silver at the moment. I don't know if they're going to keep this, if this is going to be a permanent thing, because it says close alpha benefits. So I don't know if they'll ever add this as a daily login thing, period, in the future. I figure if they do, though, the silver would probably be very rare and a lot farther in. I do kind of hope they have daily rewards. I always like that in games. Warframe's my favorite game. It's one of the reasons I love it is because of daily logins. It's amazing to get material and stuff just logging in. You get some unique stuff, as you see here and stuff. So I do like this. Hopefully they do make this a permanent thing, but I don't think there'll be as much silver in the future. But it does give you these boxes, which gives you a whole bunch of Lumina leaves as well, which is awesome as well. And you can earn these for different methods. There is high-value targets on the patrol zone that you can kill, as well as just earning them in general, completing stuff. So you can easily earn these boxes. Exotic tier research, this is how you get bad juju currently. I'm hoping they actually have events like this in the future, because this stuff is really cool and unique. Basically just a whole bunch of challenges, which is simple and straightforward, and a lot of games are like that. But these challenges are actually makes you want to play the game and actually play with other ones. And then the reward for it is actually worth it, because not only do you get material to help level up your gun, you get the catalyst, you get the bad juju itself, you get extra pinnacle energy, which is the blue version of the yellow stuff, which you can get through buying through different means, but either for real money or like this. And then you also get exotic weapon fragments, which you can use to make more exotics. So it helps add to that thing eventually, which is amazing. As you see, I have 35 right now. So as a whole, we love that. These are cool little event things. I really do hope they do more of these, It's free loot, it's fun loot, they're simple to do, they don't take long, they're just fun to do and mess around with different activities and get you engaged in the game. And it actually gives you loot that's worth it because it gives you these tokens up here, which then you can exchange for stuff here. And it gives you enough to buy all of it, not gives you where you have to choose what you want. You get all of the materials as long as you do all the challenges, which is awesome. We also have something called the Harvest Festival going on right now, which is just a bunch of daily quests. They're pretty simple. The weekly ones are pretty simple as well. It requires you to do different game modes and stuff, which those modes help you get more material for leveling up your weapons and your characters, which is amazing. It all corresponds correctly, unlike Bungie's game that's currently. This thing is all very well thought out. And then when you complete these, you get materials to see 1,470. And if I need any of this material, I can go and turn it in if I need the material real quick, because I'm shy of like 1 or 2 or maybe 5. So I don't have to go do the activity right away. I'll probably have to do it anyways again, but I can get the material really quick as well. It's a nice setup. It's really nice. The other thing is you can get, as you see, mythic weapons here, which you can get a total of 20 mythic weapons, which mythic weapons are random drops. There's random perk pools and stuff, and random power levels, so which is awesome. It means it's worth farming for these. So you can get a higher level one up to max level, which is pretty rare. It is pretty hard to get max level, I won't lie. I've only had one weapon that was really close to the max level they can drop at base, but it's pretty close. You also get these Bon Voyage charms, which are these are the ones you have to buy unless you get them. But you don't have to buy them because you can use the in-game material that you get for free like crazy, so it all works out. All this stuff is for enhancing and stuff, the elemental fruits, the fusions, the relics, the infusion cores, the weapon luminite, the seeds, XP crystals for enhancing your level and stuff. All of this is necessary, and it's very easy to get, as you see. 1,470, which I had way more because, as you see, I bought a whole bunch of stuff already. I bought a ton of stuff. So it's relatively simple, relatively easy. Free material, you can buy this for free mythics. It's awesome, it's pretty useful. You can focus farm the mythic you want. It does require you to have unlocked a mythic to unlock it and buy it, but that's not that big of a deal because it's relatively simple and it doesn't take that long, so you can unlock all these mythics very easily. They don't take much effort, and you can get more of them over time if you just farm the activity. It's pretty easy to get them. And then if you want to farm specifically from the engrams, you can, like the crossbow, you can just, if you want to unlock the crossbow, just keep farming for it by turning in these engrams for the crossbow. Simple as that. Doesn't take much effort. It's really nice, simple, pretty cool. That's that stuff. So then we're going to go over to the store, which we'll use this as a little quick thing. So as you see with the store here, which is the subscriptions, which is the things I was talking about, we did get these for free, or at least some of these for free, and we can buy more if we want to. As you see, there's a whole bunch of stuff for it, but it's not that big of a deal. So at the moment, at least. But as you see, we've got this for free, 20 days claimed a day. So we have 20 days available. We get a whole bunch of material, a total of that. Free material constantly, which is great for Luminal Leaves. You can get these. I have 7 days already active, so this I don't need. You get items and stuff, which just gives you more material. So it is a mobile game in this sense. But we have cosmetics. We have a Brighta store. We have a silver store. Like as you see, there's silver here and stuff. Weapon cosmetics, silver. The shaders and stuff. Like there's a lot of stuff going on here. There really is. We have these things which are really cool. Packs and stuff makes really cool designs and stuff. Silver obviously. But there's stuff that is Bright Dust, as you see. We can get this character here. This skin for this character for 18,000 Bright Dust. So a whole bunch of Bright Dust, which is pretty nice. Got a whole bunch of it here. See, there's a good amount of items that cost Bright Dust. Same on this. Look at this. They don't cost that much in the long term because Bright Dust is pretty common, which I will talk about in a second. So relatively simple silver stuff, Bright Dust stuff, all makes sense. We've got the general store, which is the stuff for your clan. As you see here, a whole bunch of stuff you can buy from it. I've bought some stuff already, but there's tons more. It does rotate. Some of them do rotate, as you see, a day in 6 hours, and it rotates to something else. Or it'll be the same thing, I don't know. I have not fully paid attention to this because didn't realize a lot of this existed until a few days ago. I'm an idiot, I know. We got the weapon exchange for the Iron Bar exchange, which, as you see here, you can get mythics for free. You just have to play it. It's 10 per win, so it takes 2 games if you win both, and you can buy a mythic weapon. Or you can buy a mythic chest, which will give you one of these weapons randomly. So that's kind of cool. Same thing here as you see. So different prices, just basically sales. These ones are sales and stuff. But yeah, you can also do an engram, so you can focus any of them because you'll be able to focus these directly. You can actually pick which one you want. It doesn't force you a random one. It allows you to pick this to pick. You can do these card things, which happens to work with the. This is to get Wolf for the dueling thing. Like I said, the thing that's like Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon. So yeah, you get Glimmer, you get legendary weapons, which the only purpose of legendary weapons once you get to higher rank is just deleting them from the material. They give you a whole bunch of resources, so it's worth deleting. Keeping them is not really necessary, but you get a free Mythics. It's pretty easy to get. These things are easy to get. You can farm for the rolls from getting it from these things. You can get the random one, but then these engrams are infinite. 120 takes a bit, but if you play a lot of this, it's relatively easy. Even losses and wins, these games go really quick, so it's not that big of a deal. You get Artifact Institute. These are mods that you use on your artifact, just kind of like Destiny 2, but better because you can actually pick the mods out of a whole select of mods and not be restricted to, oh, these are the mods we give you, now you have to deal with them. And if you want to make combos and stuff, it takes a slot. Like, it is a restriction. Like, I'll show it in a minute what I mean by that. It has a lot more options, a lot better options, and you have a lot more unique combos that are actually better for you. So it's really cool. As you see, there's another card down here as well. This material and stuff is pretty, yeah. It only comes from the Realm, so Realm of Zur, Realm of the Nine Singularity Chaos. And then this stuff only comes from the same thing. It is pretty harder to get. I mean, if you do farm a ton of it, it's pretty easy to get, but I haven't farmed a ton of it just yet because I've been doing other things, so mine's a little low, but it is relatively easy to get, so it's not honestly that bad. You get a Battle Pass vendor, so when you level up the Battle Pass, you earn these materials here, which then you can turn in here into extra material, which is amazing. You get the Catalyst for the sword that comes in the Battle Pass. You get a whole bunch of Glimmer stuff. You get these materials that reset as well every season. I guess these are seasonal, it looks like, since there's 19 days left. So, pretty simple, pretty straightforward. We get this, which is the material for shifting gates. When you complete the matches, you get a whole bunch of this material constantly. You save it up. You can buy a whole bunch of this material. It's really simple, pretty great. You get a whole bunch, as you see here. It resets every few days. As you see, every week it'll reset, so that's awesome. So, basically, this whole game is just set up around it. Here's the draw shop. You can earn these for when your character's Tree of Light is maxed, which we'll talk about what that is in a little bit. It will give you a whole bunch of these, which then you can focus to buy more of the material. These are the rarer ones that are harder to get. These are the ones that are more common. You get all over the place, and you can buy them. You can buy both of them for free with the material in game, but you can get these as well to drop rarely. These ones drop rarely, and these ones drop pretty commonly, so it's pretty easy to get them. But you can also buy specific characters if you save up enough, so it is nice like that as well. Then we have the Golden Grotto. So completing any activity, once you hit a certain rank, then it starts dropping gold coins like crazy. Everything you do drops these coins. It drops a ton of them. And you can use them to level up anything you need as well. Get a whole bunch of materials as you see here. And it's great. They reset every week as well, so it's amazing material control. And all you have to do is farm the activities, and it's anything. So it's pretty nice. So that's how the material works. That's about how you farm for everything and everything. So we're going to get into the characters and stuff. All of these characters are unique. So far, she's my favorite. She's the dragon lady, I call her. She summons a dragon, which is dope. I love her. She's insane. She's such a cracked character. She's OP as fuck. I love the Scythe chick second. If I'd never got the dragon chick, the Scythe chick would have been my number one. But the dragon chick number one, Scythe number two. Honestly, they're both number one, I think. I think they both can take number one. So as you can see here, though, you can have an exotic and a mythic equipped, or two mythics you can have equipped, which you saw on one of these other characters. What was it? This one. As here, you cannot have two exotics, though. Two exotics are still off limits, but you can have an exotic mythic and two mythics, which is amazing. So as a whole, these things are pretty cool. So we're going to talk about Wolf, because this is the main one you get when you complete the main storyline, and then do a whole bunch of extra stuff. This is the stuff you get for him, so you get a whole bunch of material for him. So you have this rank system right here called Grandmaster, about rating. So it starts you off pretty low, as you see, and then you have to work your way up. And all you have to do is level up your weapons, your artifact, all your stuff, and you basically keep leveling it up. When you do that, you get a whole bunch of material from it as well. As you see here, we get these ones, and then we get that. So we get leaves and stuff. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward, in my opinion. So you get a whole bunch of stuff just leveling up. This is how you level up his material. I need more of this, which I have enough. I can level him up, actually. So, which we'll show off real quick. Why not? So we confirm that. As you see now, I have enough material to level them up. 32,000 glimmer, which as you see, my glimmer is a bit low. 471,000. I had a lot more than that, but I have used quite a bit of it, so it makes sense. So this is how you level them up. As you see here, we've got different forms of this. As you see, these ones don't level up a ton. These ones level up quite a bit more, but still a bit slow. So, but these ones are absolutely cracked for leveling. These just absolutely obliterate the leveling thing compared to the other two. The other two are very bad, but I do put a few in them just to use them, because why not? But as you see, it does take quite a bit on the higher end scales, which is unfortunate, but at the same time, that's like any game, makes sense. Takes a little bit more effort, but as you see, level them up, boom, boom. This is the material I need to finish it once I hit level 30 in the golden path, which is what we showed earlier. As you see, every time you hit every other star, so the first star you get that, you get nothing this one, you get that, you get nothing this one, you get that. You get the blue ones, so those, like I said, are pretty easy to get. All the characters have that, it's pretty easy. Now I'm level 70. The weapons, this is how you enhance the weapons. You look here, you click enhance. You need all this material, which again, like I said, that's what the shops are for, as well as the playing the activities. As you see, I have a ton of these extra ones that I can use, which, see, 63 of these extra ones I can turn directly into this. This stuff comes from Legendary Campaign and Weapon Luminite Choice Chest, so pretty hard to get material because you need Pinnacle to be able to get it, so it does take a little bit more effort to get these, but it does make sense because, you know, it is the higher ranks. So here, 1, 2, 3 of these ranks will require this. Anytime you see, if you look at this picture, you'll see there's a little bit of a symbol, and that symbol, it will be on all the weapons, and if they have that symbol, it will require this material. It won't be specifically this one. There's different material. They look different. I will show that off in a second, but they will need this special looking material. Otherwise, the rest are pretty simple. The exotics, which will go to enhance this, need this stuff right here. As you see, we need the purple stuff as well, but then we also need this, the yellow stuff. Same thing here. As you see, these ones have 3 of the slots as well. I do need more of the material as well. As you see, I am running a bit low, but I will be able to turn some into material-wise to the shops that I showed off a second ago. I had a whole bunch of material saved up for that exact reason. As a whole, so we've got the relic, which is your abilities and how to enhance them to make them stronger. It requires this material here, but it also requires the lower tier material that we showed from the one activity, Morgan's Prey. The 2 materials, you get a whole bunch of it from doing that, and it'll allow you to level this guy up every time. As you see, I gotta level him up currently because I have the ability to, but I just need the material, which I'll go farm for the material here in a second. This requires 2 of these materials to unlock. For each of them, all the characters have it. It requires 2 of them, which I'll probably have a character that hasn't unlocked it yet because I've been working on all of them. But these just level up your abilities, make them stronger. Then we have the artifact, like I said. You will start out when you unlock the artifact, you only have this one unlocked, which as you see, there's a whole bunch of stuff. But it actually tells you the best one to equip to it, the highest light one, which is awesome. So if I remove this, as you see these 2 that have arrows up? That's what these are. So if I use this, as you see, I get an overall rating of 84. If I use this, I get an overall rating increase of 756. It tells you what you get. It tells you which ones to pair together, which is awesome. It works that way for all of them. It tells you the highest ones to have and stuff. But as you see, this other one as well, there's 2 different ones. These are for different things. They give you different boosts, as you see. 2-piece gear grants 10% overshield when constantly moving for 3 seconds. 4-piece would grant me 6% damage reduction while moving, which a few of the characters have a 6-piece, some of them don't, or if not a 6-piece, sorry, 4-piece. But yeah, so as a whole, and the same thing up here, these are the seasonal ones. These ones require specific means to get. These ones are a lot harder to get. Not really harder to get, they just take more effort because you have to do a specific activity, like one specific activity, and have to do it a whole bunch to get a whole bunch of these. I haven't farmed it a lot yet, so... But it is relatively simple. It's not like it's hard or anything, or like ridiculously hard. It's just, it takes time and effort, that's all. And like I said, I've just been farming other things, so I haven't gotten to it. But it is relatively simple. It's one of the activities we showed off, so we'll give a whole bunch of material. Here's the skill tree that I was talking about. So when you complete all of these, each one of these will require 1. And when you do all of these, it will then allow you to get that excess material for the other shop, which is awesome. As you see, if I get any more wolf crystals, then it'll give me this. So best example to show this off is right here. We'll show this character. See these crystals? Every time you get this character from a draw, so if I do this draw and I get this character again, she turns into a crystal. That's what happens. And that crystal is this thing right here, because I already have the character. So you don't get duplicate characters, you get extra characters, crystals, if that makes sense. So it'll give you the character, but then it'll turn itself into a crystal, which then this helps increase, as you see, illusions attacking targets affected by misfortune absorb health rapidly based on the damage dealt. They each have an effect that gets you more and more powerful, as you see. More powerful, more damage, more perks, more abilities, more stuff as a whole. So that's how you get stronger and stuff. It's pretty cool, pretty easy, pretty simple. You've got the appearance as well, obviously, which you can actually apply to all characters, any of this stuff, if you decide to do that. I haven't had much of this stuff, been paying attention much to that yet, because I've been farming for stuff, but it is literally straight up simple. Like, here's a ghost, you click a ghost, now it's equipped, and if you click this, it'll apply to all characters, so all characters will now have it, which is really cool. Same thing for all of those, that's how you do it. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward, not really hard in any means. Then you have the lore, which the audio files are just the audios that says and stuff. I don't think you can set any of the other things. These are just in general. But the files down here, the diary, will actually reward you a whole bunch of material. Unfortunately, Wolf's is a bit, I don't know if it's bugged or something, but as you see here, diary for this character, then you get 10 of these. More luminous leaves. Like I said, these leaves are everywhere. Everywhere you go gives them to you. So pretty simple, pretty straightforward. As a whole, really unique, fun way of leveling your characters and stuff, making them more powerful. The guns, the uniqueness and stuff, making a whole bunch of them, combining them, creating new combos. It's fun as a whole. The other thing we didn't talk about is the catalyst. So as you see here, I have a catalyst for Graviton Lance. How you unlock these is pretty simple. So we'll click right here. So I have the catalyst for Patriot Sky, but I have not applied it yet because it requires a certain thing. So if you click down here, where it says catalyst to catalyst, as you see, I have 7 of 6. Unfortunately, I have 1 extra. It gave me 1 extra, which sucks because it's a waste of a catalyst slot, but that's fine. So as you see here, it says Catalyst Quest, defeat a total of 100 enemies with weapons. It says weapons, but it should say this weapon because it is specifically this weapon you have to get 100 kills with. It does not take that long if you farm any activity. You can easily get those kills with no effort. So it's pretty simple. Once you do that, then you can apply this catalyst for some glimmer, and it applies it, and it gives it the ability that says right here. You have these ones right here, which is the general catalyst, which is, alright, now I have 10 of these. So what these are, and you can get them from different ways, including buying them from the store for some of the material, is if you have a exotic that you don't have the catalyst for, like, I gotta find one that I don't have a catalyst for. Two-tailed right here, as you see here. I can actually buy it, use these, and transform them into this. But to do that, you still have to complete the quest. So as you see here, it says defeat a total of 100 enemies with weapons. So if I defeat 100 enemies with a two-tailed fox, then I get the ability to infuse these down into here. So what will happen is, it will say down here, do you want to infuse these? Do you want to use general ones for this? Or you can get lucky and get the catalyst to drop from the legendary campaigns. You can focus from legendary campaigns, which I will show off now. I did wait specifically for this. Actually, unfortunately, I can't right now because it's, I've already completed the weekly one. There is basically a weekly thing here that allows you to specifically pick which one you want. And it allows you to change the catalyst to what catalyst you want to drop. It'll drop specifically that catalyst if it does drop it. So it's a way to farm it and stuff. You can get it to work more than that. It becomes completely random whenever you finish the weekly quest. The weekly one allows you to focus farm it, and then once you do that, it'll just drop random catalysts. But you can easily get catalysts still, because even now, like, all I have to do is click this, then click this, go here, and all I have to do is farm it, and as long as I have pinnacle energy, as you see I do have, then I'll go, if I complete it within this much time, I'll get bonus loot, and I can get random catalysts to drop, including general catalyst, which helps even more with the getting more of them. General ones are really easy to farm. There's a couple ways to farm them, so pretty easy, pretty simple, pretty straightforward. All these characters have their own unique abilities, unique fun. I do enjoy all of them. I won't go over everything, but they have unique abilities, unique supers, pretty cool combos. So far, the Scythe chick and then the Dragon chick are my favorite, and then also this chick right here, she is really cool. She has a healing effect and a cool super that basically just shoots out little birds that are arc birds out that do a lot of damage, and she has like a damage attack that does a whole bunch of damage as well. So, really cool. I love them. They're amazing. Excuse me. So much fun to play with. So much fun to interact and do stuff. It's just, as a whole, this game is set up around the ideal. As you see, I've literally completed another triumph while we're sitting here just doing stuff. I've completed one. Like, that's how easy it is. 4 characters, level 70. There's 5 more of the material down the drain, or not down the drain, into my inventory. And look, I'm about to complete this. I just gotta get 1 more character and I'll complete this for 5 more, which is insane. gives me a seal. It's that easy. Just playing the game rewards you so much material, and you're able to focus farm for each of the materials you need so easily. It's an amazing thing. So as you see, we'll go into our inventory here. So if you see here, this is what I was talking about, the things. As you see, I have this. We will go show this off. I'll track this, which another cool feature is if you track something and there's a fast travel point next to it, it will teleport you right there, just like that. It's that simple and that quick. No effort at all. So as you will see here, so, oh, my controller died. Hold up. It's fine. We'll just,
If we're going to survive, we need to be more.
we're gonna have to use the actual thing, because this is on BlueStack, so
We
whoop.
were so proud of ourselves. We thought we were heroes.
Alright, so we talked to
Now
this
they're gone.
person,
Have you been keeping cool?
the Crypt Engram. As you see here, I have 1 engram left, and as you see, all these weapons that I've unlocked, I can focus farm. These ones down here I have not unlocked yet, these ones that are grayed out, so I cannot focus them. So once I unlock them, I can then focus them, but as you see, I can pick any of these weapons, and I can focus them if I want to. I can pick this one down here if I want to focus it, as you see. I can pick this one up here, these ones up here, focus them if I want to. I can pick anyone, which we'll do right here. I want a better crossbow anyway, so look, we'll focus the crossbow. Equip to acquire, boom, I now have a crossbow. That simple. It's that easy. You leave,
You take
that's what you can use those engrams for that you can buy. Simple as that. Pretty fucking cool. So yeah, it's pretty all around straightforward and simple. It's actually quite amazing how well this is designed. It really is. So as you see here, we'll have an inventory. So you see we got the new weapon. Unfortunately, it's lower light than the one I already have, so it's kind of depressing. So I will delete this, which I can show off in a second to get material. But as you see here, all these different materials are for different weapons. This one's for grenade launchers, basic explosives. This one's for precision weapons. It does say linear fusion rifles, but there's currently not a linear fusion rifle in the game. I do want to point that out. As well as not a bow. There is a crossbow, but not a normal bow. So sadly, both of those weapon types are not in the game at the moment, which sucks, but it's okay. You know, it is alpha. But say this one's crossbow, so there's a different one. So there will be linear fusion rifles and bows in the game at some point. But as you see, some machine guns, crossbows. Same thing for the exotic ones, as you see. Side rifles, bows, fusion rifles, shotguns, swords, sidearms. As you see, a whole bunch of material and stuff. As you see for this, if you see, once you have 50 of these, you click use. It will then give you a random exotic. It's actually pretty cool. This material is really easy to earn as a whole. It does give you small amounts of it, but as a whole, if you just play the game, you'll get a ton of this. I've opened a few of these already, so it's pretty easy to get. These are the packages you can earn for doing public events on the patrol thing, as well as just buying them from the stores and completing activities like strikes and stuff. Will give you these materials, but then also give you these packs, which will allow you to choose which one you want. You can choose any of the material you see here, as you see. You can pick which one you want, which is amazing. I think just a whole bunch of material as a whole. This stuff will give you a random one of these. Or I'll just give you these outright. Sorry, it won't be random because that's all it is. It's this material, so which you'll need. You will 100% need this stuff. And you can get this from doing activities that drop this, so it's pretty easy to do. Not hard in any means. These are the mods. You can actually buy and select these mods from these engrams. You get these quite a bit doing the mod stuff, which is the Xur stuff. The stuff from the 9 realm gives you these mods like crazy. If you farm that, you'll get a whole bunch of these engrams as well, and you can turn them in and pick whatever mod you want specifically. Each mod has an effect for different characters and stuff. It's pretty cool, pretty simple. So as a whole, pretty easy, pretty fun. Whole bunch of stuff to farm, loot to farm, pretty nice. Here are the boxes I was talking about. As you see, you can acquire at least 10 Lumina Leaves with a small probability of getting a surprise gift. So if you open this, boom, I just got 40, which is insane. I have not ever gotten 40 from that, so that's actually pretty cool. So we'll do another one. Got 18. That's usually what you get, is around 10 to 18. 20 is usually the most, so once in a while you get lucky. Pretty nice, easy to get. These things drop like crazy from doing if you do the destination quest every day and then the bounty quests every day. The bounty quests are really easy and the daily quests are really easy. They take maybe like 10 minutes most. Get a whole bunch of kills for the daily ones. And then the bounty ones, you just, same thing, get a whole bunch of kills for. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. It tells you where to go and what to do. It's really nice and easy. This is also what I have. As you see here, I can get a crystal. You can get these boxes for certain things as well. They'll drop these boxes, which will give you a whole bunch. I don't have these 2 characters still, sadly, but these 2 I do, which I can, if I use this, I can actually pick if I want it for Ningfeng or Maru, but I don't currently want to use these just yet, because I actually want to save it for one of these 2 characters when I unlock them. But you can also get this material from farming different things. You did see this when we looked at one of the other activities. When you have 40 of these, you can use them to get the free mythic weapon, turn them into a mythic weapon, which could be a higher light than the one you already have, so it's worth doing. I have not seen many of these. This is the first one I have of these. I don't know where they come from. Unfortunately, it's the only thing I don't know. I've only gotten one and I have no clue where I got it. So if anyone knows in the comments, let me know where you get these. I would love to know where these come from. But I actually have no clue where these come from, sadly. But a whole bunch of material. You got these things as well, which I'm not really sure what these are for. I figure they're just collectibles or something, because I don't think they really do much. There's a quest line for this, which I don't know if I'm just keeping the quest item, because I've already done this quest item, so I don't know, and I don't remember these ones. I might have done these as well. So you might just be keeping the quest items like a collectible. I don't really know. I'm not really sure how that works fully, so that's a bit not really sure on yet. You can also, this material you can earn through, there's these packages you can buy for this material for leveling up the certain weapons as well, but they're common, they're easy to get. It's just, you don't really need to because it's so easy to get the material base. You don't really need to get these packages. You can buy them out of stuff, but I haven't really needed to because I've gotten so much of this material to use constantly, just farming the legendary campaign stuff and the one other thing. So, pretty easy to get the material without much issue. There's a whole bunch of stuff to do. There are tokens up here. You're probably wondering what these are. This just shows you all the material, the gold coins, the sigil of iron, all this stuff I can use to turn into stuff. You can literally just go here for quick access to see which store you want to go to. This is a quick way, a little just easier way to get across the thing really quickly, which is nice. As a whole, pretty simple, pretty straightforward. This material you can use on the planet, which allows you to buy treasure maps, which is actually really fun. There's other things you can buy, but the treasure maps are fun to get. They allow you to have quite a bit of loot for free, so it is pretty cool. So it is worth using this material when you get it. It is a weekly treasure map. You can only get 3 of them per week, sadly. But you can earn from ranking up at the dude as well. You can earn them. So it is pretty easy loot, pretty great loot. Everything is pretty straightforward, pretty simple, pretty easy. The draws is the last thing I'm fully going to talk about in more depth, is the fact that if you see here all this stuff, every time you draw, you have a chance to earn extra stuff. As you see, bright dust, emotes, ghost shells. It's pretty cool. And yes, once you unlock it, you do not get it again. It is literally a better version of Eververse, because you don't get the same thing twice. You can get ornaments from here, as you see, which are really cool. The bright dust, 4,000, 2,000, 1,000 and 400. I've had all of them drop like crazy. They're all pretty common, so it is nice. You get the emotes and stuff. You get this stuff to drop. This is extra stuff you get. It is whenever you buy these, you get a whole bunch of material, and then whenever you buy so many of them, you get this extra material constantly. It's actually quite cool and quite nice. You can get these extra characters, extra stuff. Here's another set of stuff you can get, ghost shells and stuff. A different set of them, basically. There's like a different section of them, as you see. It gives you extra material, just collect them all. That's the draw thing. So you get this material that you get from drawing, and then you get this extra stuff. Additional rewards 10, as you see, it's an additional thing. Once you do 10 of them, you get an extra one. So every time you buy 10, or you just do 10 in general, it counts down. So if you only buy it one at a time, it actually counts down 9, 8, 7 to 0, and then resets. So it just gives you a little extra material every time you buy something. It's pretty nice. And then if you do 60 draws total, you get a guaranteed mythic, which is an amazing system because, like I said, this material you can use to buy these, and this material drops like, as you see here, look. Charms, would you like to purchase the difference for 1,800 luminous leaves, which currently I have 6,000 of, which I actually have more because of those boxes I haven't turned in, plus there's other ways to earn. There's daily things, like I said. You can easily, within a single week, you can easily earn anywhere between 7 to 10,000, depending on what you play and what you focus on, because there is several activities that drop a lot of these, so especially if you go in and actually do them fully. So it's quite easy to get these. It's quite easy to focus them. You can use them, and you can also, these are the easy ones to get that drop like crazy from everything, and you can, same thing here, you can use these to get stuff. As you see here, I just got a core shard as a little shard. I already have a core. As you see, it turns into a light crystal, which is amazing. We got solar spores, which we can use. We got XP crystals, which is amazing. We need as many as we can get. We got glimmer, which nothing wrong with Glimmer because you do use a ton of Glimmer and you can hold a ton, so it's amazing. More XP crystals. This is just an ideal what drops, as you see. 400 Bright Dust. There you go. Got extra stuff. Simple as that. Honestly, it's that simple. And you just get a ton of material from this. You can just farm a ton of it. Farm up for like a week, get a whole bunch of material, then turn it all into this. It's pretty simple. You can get these characters, which I would recommend both of these. They're really good. This one's cracked. This one's really good too. These ones are also really good. All of them are really good. I have not unfortunately gotten these two right here. I am trying to farm for them. I am turning stuff in, trying to get these two to drop, but they have been eluding me a bit, unfortunately. Bad RNG, but that's okay. So as a whole, that is a breakdown. As you see here, this is the golden path, which I have unlocked some because we leveled up another character to 70. You get 40 points, as you see here. Goes up. Get 130 points, then we get an increased inventory, and we get free more Lumina Leaves. So everything around this game works around trying to get you loot and allow you to specifically farm for the loot you want. All of it. It is actually quite cool, quite amazing. The fact the archive system is really simple, easy to go through. It tells you how to get each of the weapons. So source, right here, as you see, this is how you unlock it. This is how you unlock it. These are how you farm for it, or unlock it too, because there's a couple of these engrams you get for free at some point at the beginning that you can open up and gives you some random. But this is how you can farm for them. All these weapons will tell you exactly how to farm for them. Source, strikes, that's how you get this. You have to farm strikes to get the specific one to drop if you're lucky. It is a little low on RNG, but it does happen. There's quite a bit. As a whole, there's a lot of new exotics, as well as I said here, this is a new exotic. This is really fun. It is not Malfeasance. It might look similar, but it is not. It is really cool. As a whole, I love these weapons. They're unique. They're fun. Even the ones that are from D2 or D1 have unique combos and stuff that can go with stuff that's really cool and unique, and I actually like it. Here's the shotgun I've been farming for, as you see, which, as you see the source, that's how you get it. So, as a whole, you can farm for whatever you want. You can focus farm. You click on one of these weapons that you want to farm specifically, and you're like, oh, I want Izanagi's Burden. How do I get that? Source. Okay, I get it from any of these. So let me go play, like, Shifting Gates, or let me go play Morgan's Prey so I can earn these materials, which you need a ton of. You need a ton of these ones right here. A ton of them for the higher end character levels. So, oh, I need a ton of these. So let me go farm Morgan's Prey. Get a chance to get Izzy's to drop. That's the cool thing about this. It's literally designed around getting you loot. This is literally what Destiny 2 should be. It should be more loot and more materials to focus to get your loot better. Not, oh, let's give you simple material and simple loot and then hope for the best. And that's the problem. This stuff specifically gives you ways to farm all of your loot, how to farm it, where to farm it, how to get the material to farm, how to get your material to level up, how to material to do everything. It's an amazing system. As a whole, these are the seasonal artifacts as well, by the way. These are the ones I was talking about you have to farm somewhere specific for. This is the tech research thing, which was the bad juju. As a whole, this stuff is really cool, really simple. I'm quite impressed by how well this is for an alpha. This is an alpha, and it's this incredible. The graphics are nice, the way it shoots, the way it is, everything about it is just amazing. There's a few bugs, but we're not going to get into them. It is an alpha, and even if it was an alpha, there's always bugs in games. And none of them have been too crazy, where they're, whoa, that's bad, that's a problem. It's been like, oh, that's annoying, and then it fixes itself, or you have to shut down, restart real quick, and it's good. It's not that big of a deal. As a whole, the game has worked great. This thing is fun. I know this is a bit of a long video, but this will go over everything to do with the game. Just as a whole, a review of different activities, what they do, loot-wise, all of that. I hope you enjoy the video. If you enjoy the video, please like, subscribe, leave a comment what you think. Are you happy about this game? Do you enjoy this game? Do you think it's good if you do play it? If you haven't played it, do you wish you could play it? Because I really wish a lot more people could play it. I really hope they do another alpha and let more people play it. Or in beta or something. So, let me know in the comments what you think. Thanks for watching. You have a good day. I do apologize for how long it was, but y'all have a good day. We're out. Adios.